How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode today. And yes, it is looking a little bit as if it wants to rain today, so we'll see how that is going to pan out. But yes, how's everybody doing? Drop some comments down below so that I can also hear from you guys, because so far we haven't had a lot of comments on this series. So yeah, do let me know down in the comments how you're doing, and also if you are enjoying Farming Sim 2025. But yes, guys, so here we are over at the little piglets, just checking up on them. They seem to be doing quite well still. Might have to go and get some more food for them. So that is kind of looking low, but it's okay for now. They'll still be fine for a while. So yeah, today we are going to mostly spend time over at Mr. Walker's farm, because we've got to sow the canola field, and we also got to take care of a couple of other things on the oats field, because we do have got some weeds, and yes, the field has germinated, so we need to take care of that. And we also need to get some fertilizer spread on the field, and I also think our John Deere 7R might be ready for collection. So in other news, so I just got the letter this morning from the bank about my application for a loan, which will hopefully secure the sawmill across the road from us. So things are looking pretty good so far, and with the selling of our, I don't really know if that's the right way to say it, but yes, we sold our older model Chevy Silverado, so that has gone to a new owner. So that money actually went straight towards the loan that we've got on the house, which means we own, we owe them a little bit less on the house, but yeah, the new loan we are taking out is going to be quite a substantial amount of money, but I'm quite confident that things will work out and that we are going to start up that business in no time. So I'm just waiting for the approval of the payment and everything to come through, and then we're going to get that ball rolling. Alrighty, so yeah, I think let's hop into our relatively dirty Chevy Silverado here and just get the old girl fired up. Alrighty, and let's pull it out, and we're gonna make our way over to Mr. Walker's farm and just see what we are going to do first. I think priority is to get the guy out on the field busy sowing the canola for us, so that that can start growing at least. And yeah, we also need to roll the field afterwards. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of stuff that I would like to get done today. We might not get to everything, but we'll see. It's all just going to be a matter of taking the job on and seeing how far we can get. So I will catch up to you guys once we are over at Mr. Walker's farm.
Hand-me-down boots and a second-hand coat. Got bills to pay, gotta stay afloat. Chicken in the pot, beans simmering slow. We may make it stretch, cause that's all we know. Nobody said it would be easy, and that's the truth. But we gotta do what we gotta do. With calloused hands and a worn-out plow, we make it work somehow.
Alrighty guys, so here we are back at Mr. Walker's farm, so we are ready to start sorting everything out. So I'm just going to probably go and pick up the John Deere 7R as well today. That is the only thing that we really need to do away from Mr. Walker's farm. But first, we are going to get all of the workers out on the field, at least 2 tractors, so that we can start doing some work. I think the most important job for today is the sowing of the canola, and our sunflowers are looking pretty good actually. My goodness, those things actually sprung into life all of a sudden. So yeah, that is looking very, very good. Alright, I think we're gonna get a very nice yield off that field. It looks pretty good. Alrighty, so we need to get the John Deere 8R. I think we could probably also use the 8RX. This should be fine. Alright, so let's jump into this one. And I need to check the seeds and also the liquid fertilizer, because we are using the planter. No, we are not actually. Yeah, scratch that. We are using the normal seeder, because yeah, I kind of get mixed up with the seeders, the seeder and the planter. Okay, so we are using the seeder today for the canola. The other planter was for the sunflowers. Yeah, I must have gotten distracted with the sunflowers, but okay, let's get this thing hooked up. Alrighty guys, so that is all hooked up and connected up, and I should have actually opened this door before I got back in the tractor, but it's okay, we'll just quickly do it. Alright, so we are going to fill up the seeds in the seeder a little bit, because we are running a little bit low, because we still seeded the oats. So I'm just going to sort this out quickly, and then we can get a worker to start sowing the canola for us. Alrighty guys, so there we go, we've got the seeds filled up, and I also came over here to just do the solid fertilizer as well, so that is also sorted now. So we are ready to get this tractor over to the field that we cultivated in the last episode, so I'm just going to take it a little bit closer there, and then we're going to get one of the workers to yeah, come and sort this out for us. Alright guys, so there we go. So our worker is on the canola field, busy sowing it for us. So yeah, that is going to take him a hot minute. Alright, so let's get our door opened over here, because now we're going to hook the weeder up to the John Deere 6R. And I think we're going to start with the de-weeding of the field first of all. Get that sorted out, and then we will do the fertilizing after that. Alrighty, so let's just pull up right over here. Alright, we're gonna get this barn open. Alright, and there it is right over there. So that is it's quite a small little weeder actually that we've got, but it does the job. It seems to be taking care of the field for us. Alrighty, so let's hop back into the tractor and get this thing hooked up real quick. Alrighty, so there we go, that is sorted out. So the weeder is connected up to our John Deere 6R, which I think is more than capable of doing this job. Alright, so we're gonna just bring it over here to the field, and luckily this tractor actually has got narrow tires, so it shouldn't damage the crop, although I think it's still very early stages in its growth. So it should be fine if we drive onto the crop. Yeah, let's just maybe hop out and make sure of this. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Okay, so let's get this thing unfolded and go and grab one of the workers to sort this out for us. And then we can hopefully go and run some errands, picking up our John Deere 7R. Alrighty guys, and there he goes. So he's busy pulling out all of the weeds from the field, and I think that looks much better. So you can clearly see we've got some small weeds here and there. So that is going to be taken care of today, which is a very, very good thing. And yeah, next up we are going to be fertilizing the oats field as well, putting that second layer of fertilizer down. So yeah, what I want to do now is we are going to grab the pickup truck, the F450, with the gooseneck trailer. We are going to make our way over to the John Deere service center and just pick up the John Deere 7R, which I think is a very important tractor for our farm. And then we'll also yeah, see what else we can keep ourselves busy with. I think Mr. Walker said he might give me a call a bit later today. I'm not too sure, we'll see. Alright, yes, let's get this thing back to the workshop so that we can get our F450 and the gooseneck trailer sorted out here. Alright, we'll just park it up just here for now. Yeah, I kind of should have reversed it in, but okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's get our old trusty F450 fired up. We'll get the tailgate lowered down and let's get this thing hooked up. Alright guys, so there we go, that is all hooked up and ready to rock and roll. Alright, let's just get our tailgate closed up again. Okay, and we are ready to hit the road once again, so I will catch up to you guys once we get over to the John Deere Service Center.
Scrimp and save, make a dollar last. Lean on faith, gotta trust the past. Nobody said it would be easy, and that's the truth. But we gotta do what we gotta do. With calloused hands and a worn out plow, we make it work somehow. Neighbors lend a hand, we lend one back. In tough times, that's what keeps us on track. A little sweat and a whole lot of grace. Hard work puts a smile on your face.
Alrighty guys, and we made it over to the John Deere Service Center, and we're just gonna park up right over here. I hope we're not gonna be in the way, but it looks like they are a bit quiet. And I must say that little John Deere 710 has been sitting there for quite some time. I wonder what the deal is with it. But yes, let's get our ramps lowered down. There we go, that should do the trick. Alrighty, so let's go into the office and just see if we can pick up the John Deere 7R. I think I did see it there in the wash bay. Alrighty guys, so we've got the keys to our John Deere 7R back, and they sorted out everything. So apparently they needed to service the gearbox. It was some sort of microchip that was faulty. Not really any specific reason why that happened, but yeah, everything seems to be good again. So I'm quite happy we've got this tractor back in action. Alright, let's just mind the traffic. It looks like it's quite a bit busy on this road again today. Alright, let's take it easy getting this thing up here. It's a little bit hard doing this, but okay, looks like we are getting it. Alright, my goodness, yeah. We should have actually had them deliver this thing rather, but okay. Okay, let's just put some straps on the wheels so that this thing doesn't go anywhere. I think that should do the trick. Alrighty, so let's get back into our pickup truck. We're gonna make our way back to the farm and get this thing offloaded. And let's just check our ramps. Yes, the ramps are back. Okay, so we can make our way back to Mr. Walker's farm. And I think we can actually go this way. That way we don't have to make a U-turn. Alright, so I'll catch up to you guys once I get back to the farm.
We gotta do what we gotta do. With calloused hands and a worn out plow, we make it work somehow. Neighbors lend a hand, we lend one back. In tough times, that's what keeps us on track. A little sweat and a whole lot of grace. Hard work puts a smile on your face. Nobody said it would be easy, and that's the truth. But we gotta do what we gotta do. With calloused hands and a worn out plow, we make it work somehow. Make it work somehow. Let me worn out plow, we make it work somehow.
Alright guys, so here we are back at the farm with the John Deere 7R, and I am quite happy that this tractor is back on the farm. So this is a very nice in-between tractor. It's still considered a large tractor, but it's a little bit smaller than the 8R and the 8RX that we have. And it's also a little bit bigger than the John Deere 6R. So it actually is a very nice little, in-between tractor to use for some of these smaller jobs, if I can call it that. So yeah, I just wanted to take a quick glance over at the fields to see how the workers are doing. So the canola field is still being sowed, and the guy's still busy with the de-weeding on the oats field, so that looks pretty good. Alright, so let's get our John Deere 7R offloaded, and that is probably Mr. Walker giving us a phone call. Let's quickly hear what he has to say. Alrighty guys, so there we go. We had a bit of a conversation with Mr. Walker on the phone, and yeah, it looks like there was a couple of things happening yesterday when I wasn't here, because I was over at the bank trying to sort out the loan for the sawmill and all of that. So yeah, it appears he actually took care of a couple of things. So he said that he moved the slurry tanker into the barn over here. So that is where it's going to stay from now on, apparently. Because he had to make space under the carport by the factories for the sugarcane harvester that he received. So that is over there at the moment. And he asked me to just go and pick up the trailer, which is going to be used for trailing behind the sugarcane harvester once we start harvesting the sugarcane. Alrighty, so we are going to just jump into the 7R that we just picked up. How are we doing on diesel? I think we are still quite full on this. Okay, so we're going to make our way over to the dealership with this tractor. It's going to be a little bit of a tedious drive because, yeah, I think we can only go so fast with the tractor. But yes, we're going to make our way over there and just collect this trailer. I've got absolutely no idea where we're going to store it. But I'm sure we'll make a plan and come up with something. So I'll catch up to you guys once I get over to the dealership and we are ready to pick up this grain trailer for the sugarcane. Alrighty, so here we are over at the dealership, and yeah, looks like the trailer is sitting around the corner. So I'm just going to go inside and quickly, yeah, pick up this trailer. Alrighty guys, so that is all sorted out and we've got the paperwork and everything done for the trailer. So we're just going to back up to it and get it hooked up to the John Deere 7R over here. It's a funny thing, this is a class trailer. Probably something Mr. Walker was able to secure on a special. Alright, but let's get it hooked up. Alrighty, there we go. So that is all connected up and yeah, I think I've got the hydraulics right. Okay, so let's make our way back to the farm. And I gotta try and figure out where I'm going to put this thing. Because, yeah, maybe we should also take it over to the factories and just see if it actually hooks up to the sugarcane harvester. And also, yeah, maybe show you guys what the sugarcane harvester looks like. Because I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, let's maybe go and have a look at this piece of machinery and just see what it's all about. And when harvest time comes, we will also be sort of familiar with how it operates. Alrighty, so I'll catch up to you guys once I get over to the factories. Okay, so here we are over at the factories, and yeah, there's the sugarcane harvester. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit bigger machine. Okay, but yes, I'm going to get this trailer disconnected and see if it will hook up to the sugarcane harvester. Alrighty guys, so I decided to just drop the trailer off right there, and yeah, let's have a look at this thing. It's quite tall actually. That's probably the reason why it's parked under this carport over here, because it's kind of the only shed that is tall enough for this. And we could probably get the trailer hooked up to this thing and just leave it connected to it, because I don't think we're gonna use the trailer for any other job other than the sugarcane, which in fact has actually grown quite a bit. If you just have a look at that right over there beyond the fence. It kind of looks as if this stuff tends to grow in, yeah, I don't know how to call it. It's like they grow in sections, and all of a sudden it's this tall, and then all of a sudden it's that tall. So yeah, I guess that's kind of how it works. Alrighty, so yes, I'm going to jump into this little, well, not really little, this sugarcane harvester. Let's just get ourselves familiarized with how it operates, and alright, wow, that's fancy. Okay. Alright, well, let's fire it up. Okay, and what does that do? That joystick doesn't move. I think we should probably go forward for it to work. Yeah, because this thing is kind of like running on tracks. So it's like a bulldozer. We just need to imagine we are driving a bulldozer. Alright, and the mirrors are actually, yeah, I don't know. It's not the greatest. But we should be able to manage this. Just gotta figure this out, because I don't think we'll see anything behind us, really. Alright, so I'm gonna try and line it up with the trailer and see if we can get it connected up. Alright, I'm just jumping in and out of this thing to see if we are close. Alright, so we can go back a little bit more. Alright, let's see if we can get it hooked up now. Okay, so there we go. So that is all connected up now. Obviously we don't have the hydraulics hooked up, because there's really no space for this. So we'll probably need a tractor if we are going to be dumping the sugarcane into the sugar mill, which I did hear the production of that building is going to continue pretty soon. Alright, and apparently this thing has got a sensor. If we just jump into the cab here and we hit the button over there, let's just quickly have a look at this, and then that auger or conveyor will actually follow the trailer everywhere we tow this thing. So yeah, that is pretty fancy how that works. So it picks up the trailer and it just drops the sugarcane as you are harvesting the field, because obviously this thing doesn't have its own capacity for the sugarcane. Alrighty, I think that is actually a very nice setup. It should do the work, and it hopefully will work out quite well. Alright, so what I'm going to do is we're going to just park this thing up again where we found it, and yeah, I don't think we need to turn off the sensor for the pipe, because when you shut the machine off it should actually turn off with it. Alright, so let's see, and we're going to just pull it all the way through, and let's see if we turn it off. Yeah, that actually looks quite decent, guys. So I think we'll manage with this machine once the harvest time comes. And we could probably pull it back a little bit more, because I was just overcompensating a bit for the length of the machine. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that quickly, and then we're going to head back to the farmyard. Alright guys, so there we go. That is much better. We are now ready to head back to the farm and see how far the guys are on the field with the deep weeding and also the canola. We need to get the canola field rolled after it has been sowed, so we could probably try and let the worker use the John Deere 7R here, because everything seems to be fine with it again. And yeah, the last job this tractor did was actually the rolling on the oats field, so it would be kind of good to see if the tractor will be able to manage that again for us without any problems. Alright, so let's get back to the farmyard so that we can see what is cooking and what we can get sorted out. Alright guys, so here we are, back at the farmyard. Just connected up to the roller, and I think our operator from the oats field is coming back. Yeah, he's on his way back. So that we can get the weeder disconnected and just hook up to the fertilizer spreader for him. And then hopefully the oats field will be done and dusted, as I would like to say. And then we'll also check up on the canola field. I think the guys just got a couple of passes to do still. Alright, so I'm gonna take a walk back and just see if we can sort this out quickly. Alright guys, so the worker actually left the tractor here for us. And I'm going to go and disconnect the, the weeder over at the workshop. That way I can go through it and just make sure everything is still fine after this job that he just did with it. Okay, so that is disconnected. We're just going to leave it right over there for now. Alright, so let's get our fertilizer spreader quickly hooked up. Alright, there we go guys. So we've got the fertilizer spreader hooked up to the John Deere 6R. And we're just going to bring this closer to the field. And then I'm going to grab the worker once again to just do the fertilizing for us. And hopefully that is going to improve the yield of our field a little bit more. Alrighty, let's just park up over here. Alrighty guys, and there goes the fertilizer spreader. So they are going to sort out the oats field for us. Yeah, looks like it's going to be quite a better yield this time round, because we followed all of the steps: mulching, shallow cultivating, de-weeding after sowing, and we're also doing the second layer of fertilizer, because the first layer of fertilizer was done with the seeder, which is also going to happen again now, or what happened now with the canola field. So that has been fertilized as well. And here comes the worker with the seeder, so we're just going to let him jump into the John Deere 7R and take it from here. And then we will take the 8RX back to the workshop once again. Okay guys, so we've got the worker with the roller on the field using the John Deere 7R now. So he's just going to sort that out for us quickly. And this guy is still busy fertilizing. He should be quite quick with that, because we've got a decent spread on that fertilizer spreader. Alrighty, so I'm just going to bring this closer to the workshop, and we're going to see if we can at least get it cleaned up for now. Because I think the seeder, we did do maintenance on this thing not too long ago, so it should be still fine. I just want to make sure everything is nice and clean. And as for the weeder, it doesn't really work that much, so I think it should also still be fine. But yeah, I'll just do some spot checking on it maybe a little bit later on. So let's grab our pressure washer. We're going to wash down the 8RX. It's been got a little bit of dirt on it, but nothing too terrible. Okay, I think that is already looking a little bit better. Now let's get our seeder over here cleaned up once again. Alright, just gotta make sure we get into all of those nooks and crannies. Get that sorted out. Okay, that is looking much better already. Okay. Yeah, I see we've got a little bit of paint coming off of this thing. It's definitely due for a touch-up paint. I don't know if that is something that Mr. Walker is going to take care of. And if he's going to have the machinery repainted at some point. It's kind of pointless, because these machines just go straight back to the field and they are just going to lose their paint once again. So I don't think it's something that he's going to be interested in doing. However, come to think of it now, guys, I should actually take the cultivator back to the dealership, because I haven't done that just yet, and it sort of just gets stuck in the back of my mind and I tend to forget about it. So I think that is maybe one more task that we can do for today, and try and get that sorted out. So I think while we've got the John Deere 8RX here, we are going to use it. So I'm just going to get the seeder put back into place where it belongs. And then we will hook up to the cultivator. Let's just open this barn door quickly. Right, so yeah, this cultivator over here, the green one, the Summers cultivator, is going back to the dealership. It's definitely seen a bit of wear and tear, although we haven't used it much. I think the previous farm manager probably used it a little bit. So yeah, let's get our seeder put back in its place where it belongs, and then we're going to just use this tractor for everything. Well, to tow the cultivator back to the dealership. So it's going to be another tedious drive, but I think it's going to be something at least we need to take care of. So let's quickly try and get this thing in its parking spot over here in the barn. Alrighty, so we're just going to back this thing up in this corner once again. It's a bit hard to judge how far we are from the wall behind us, but I think we've still got a bit of space, so let's continue going. Okay, and I think that is more or less where we want it to be. I think it's better if it's a little bit further away from the wall, because every time I pull away from the wall, we just touched the wall back there, but I think it's fine. Let's just get this thing disconnected quickly. Alrighty, so there we go. I've got it disconnected. And yeah, as I was saying, it's better if it's a little bit further away from the wall this side, because then that way if we go forward and start turning, it doesn't end up catching at the back against the wall. So yeah, I think that is actually working out quite well. And let's quickly also put the weeder away. I think we could probably just hook up to the weeder with this tractor as well, and just get that tucked away into the barn. Obviously I'm going to have a lot of work to do still when the guys are done with the fertilizing and the rolling, sorting those pieces of equipment out. Alrighty, but there we go. So we've got the weeder connected up, and now we can just back up to this barn over here, because we need to come here anyway for the cultivator that we are going to take back to the dealership. Alright, I'm just going to drop it down right over here. Alrighty, so the weeder is in its position, and now I'm just going to back up to this and get this cultivator hooked up. Alrighty guys, so there we go. That is all hooked up and looking pretty good. So this is going to be a little bit of a road trip with this John Deere 8RX for us once again, because I think this is actually slower than the 8RX and the 7R. So yeah, I think let's just check on the cruise control how high it can go. 42 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it's strange everything is in kilometers an hour in this tractor. But okay guys, let's hit the road. We're gonna make our way over to the dealership and just get this thing dropped off towards the trade-in for the sugarcane harvester Mr. Walker bought. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so here we are back at the dealership once again, kind of like deja vu because we've been here before today. So yeah, let's quickly get this sorted out and drop off the cultivator, and I might have to help them move it somewhere. I don't know where they're gonna want it, but okay, let's get this figured out. Alrighty guys, so there we go. So I had to back the cultivator into the workshop for them over here, because they are going to be servicing it and also giving it a bit of a paint job and trying to sell it again. Alright, so what we have to get doing, well, basically what we need to get done still for today is just get back to the farm and make sure that the workers are going to complete their tasks. The rolling on the canola field and also the fertilizing on the oats field. I think they should actually be done by now, so I'm just going to make my way back to the farm and sort out all of the equipment, get it washed up and tucked away in their respective places. But guys, I think this is actually where I can end today's episode, because there's not a whole lot going on anymore. So I'm going to thank you all so much for tuning in once again. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much. But yes guys, I will see you all in the next one.